planet has a consciousness. The planet is alive. It's a living being. So it has its own karma. It's why it doesn't like what we're doing to it. And it's like a dog with fleas. Eventually, if he doesn't like what you're doing to it, it's going to shake the fleas off. No, the earth itself has a consciousness. It's very real. This is what cried out, help me. And this is where the volunteers have come in to help change everything.
Every single molecule, cell, atom, everything that we currently have on this planet, that's all we'll ever have, is that amount of material and also that amount of energy. Energy can never be created or destroyed, and all matter is just energy anyway, so you cannot create or destroy matter either. It can only transform and transmute. And we as people consume food, whether it's plant or animal. When we consume those foods, the cells and DNA particles and all the stuff in the plant then gets broken down into our body, and when our body is growing or healing itself or just renewing itself, it takes those cells, those particles from that, and then creates our cells and our particles that make up our human being structure. This plant has its own consciousness. It is a living being. There is some type of consciousness in that. That plant then makes our human body, blah, 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 blah. We will eventually then die, and our body will break down into the soil of the earth then to bring out nutrients and different other cells that then make the plants again, or make this, that, all the other things in between. Our cells and our molecules and every single thing that makes up our being is transformed throughout the planet. When our body breaks down, there is a level of consciousness within every single cell of our body. And this is the part of with the theory. There is consciousness in everything. And so when your body breaks down, it goes into the soil. Part of your consciousness is now that. And then it evolutionizes into the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. Every single cell on your body, every single part of you has lived for millions and millions of years. So every single cell that's in your body has lived for millions and millions of years and has been different things. There is rock consciousness, inanimate object consciousness, different matter consciousness. Then there's plant consciousness, which is a bit higher. Then you get animal level consciousness, which is then slightly higher from that, like the animals that eat vegetables, all that kind of stuff. That's the next level of consciousness. And then that consciousness sometimes is then consumed by human, depending on your diet, human level consciousness.
Or they go back to the source. And I have whole sections in my book describing what everyone says the source is, God. They all describe it the same way. These are souls that have never been in any kind of a body at all. Can you imagine how traumatic it would be to come pure from the source into this world
yes,
now?
I can. Very disturbing. Very challenging.
Many people have done that. They go back to the source where they are one with God, where we all began. People are always asking me, they say intercession, I want to know where I'm from. We're all from the same place. And they want to know, well, what about my home? I said, it's all the same place. They think of a home planet or something like that. That's not what it's about. It's all us. We all came from the source, from God, and that's where we all began. And when they're there, it is so full of love, and it's all this togetherness that they don't want to leave.
Yes.
So in the sessions, I asked them, well, why did you leave? It was so beautiful. I know they left because I'm talking to a body that's laying on the bed. Why did you leave? And they all say the same thing. We heard the call. They heard the call that went out, even to the other planets, to the space people, and to the ones who had never been out from the source. We heard the call, Earth is in trouble. Will you go and help?